Hello, welcome to the Paragon Pathfinder Overview Learning Byte. I'm Gordon with the Education Services Department at Juniper Networks. Let's get started. During this Learning Byte, we will examine Paragon Pathfinder. Paragon Pathfinder is an application that is a member of the Paragon Automation Suite. There's Paragon Pathfinder, Paragon Insights, and Paragon Planner. Paragon Pathfinder is able to acquire the topology of a service provider or a large enterprise MPLS WAN. And it is an SDN controller. It is capable of performing path computations for segment routed or RSVP signaled LSPs, and then communicating that signaling information to routers so the LSPs can be signaled on your network. And so it's a centralized path computation engine that can dynamically manage LSPs, and again, large service provider or large enterprise WANs, MPLS WANs. Again, it supports segment routed LSPs, RSVP signaled LSPs, and it is traffic engineering aware. The network topology information that it ingests includes the information that's stored in a network's traffic engineering database, their IGP traffic engineering database. And so it's completely aware of network information like link administrative groups, available bandwidth, reserved bandwidth, traffic engineering metrics. And so it's very aware of your network. It supports scheduling, the instantiation, and the teardown of MPLS LSPs, and performing path computations after removing network components that may not be available because of maintenance reasons. I'm going to connect to a Paragon Pathfinder installation and we'll take a look. Paragon Pathfinder uses the Paragon Automation web interface, and this is a network topology. It's a very simple topology, but it'll work. I have 6 nodes. Paragon Pathfinder, remember, is able to discover the nodes and the links that make up your WAN. There are 2 of these routers, VMX1 and VMX2, that are MPLS ingress and egress routers. VMX3, 4, 5, and 6 are simply MPLS transit routers. And Paragon Pathfinder uses a protocol called PSEP to peer with MPLS ingress routers and discover label-switched paths. It uses BGP to discover your network topology, the nodes and the links. And it's an active topology. Again, since it uses routing protocols to discover that topology, if a link is down, it's immediately known by Paragon Pathfinder. And that link can be removed from the network topology. Path computations can be performed, and affected paths can be re-signaled on the network using alternate paths. So it's real live information. A lot of people like Paragon Pathfinder just because of the visibility. I can select a node. I can adjust values for nodes. For example, I can include longitude and latitude values on these node objects and apply a country map and have the nodes automatically located based on those latitude and longitude values. I can see all the links in my network. Right? This is part of the topology. I can select a link. It's highlighted in the topology map. I can right-click and view traffic that flows through the link. I can assign labels to the links, labels to the nodes. I can view timelines of events, so I can, for example, for this particular link, over a certain timeline, what are the most recent events? And again, this is part of the topology acquisition, the real-time capabilities, and the real-time visibility you can get from Paragon Pathfinder. Now, we mentioned MPLS LSP management. Uses a protocol called PSEP to discover and manage the LSPs in the network. And there are 3 existing LSPs. Automatically discovered, their status information is updated in real time. This is one of the benefits of PSEP. I can select a particular tunnel, view its path through the network, the status, setup priorities, hold priorities, bandwidth that's been reserved for a particular tunnel. It's fun to provision a tunnel. There's a provision option, and I'm just going to provision just a very simple tunnel between a pair of nodes. You can provision using netconf or PSEP. We'll provision using PSEP in this case because I have configured nodes for that. We can use RSVP or segment routing to signal the label switch path on the network. We'll give a tunnel a name like Learning Byte. I can specify the nodes involved. I think for node A, I'm going to pick VMX2. I'd like that to be the ingress node in node Z. Let's just go pick VMX1. So these are the nodes that were discovered as part of my topology. It's going to be, I can do primary path, secondary, standby. I'm not going to name the path. Let's reserve, I don't know, maybe something fun. How about like 50 megs of bandwidth, right? Let's do that. And you can specify a setup priority, hold priority. The default routing method between VMX2 and VMX1 when it provisions this tunnel would be the IGP, traffic engineering shortest path between those two nodes, but you can route based on delay, mileage, the distance, right? You can have administrative weights. So it's very flexible in the values that it can use to determine the optimum path for a particular tunnel. It supports dynamic bandwidth, sizing, constraints. For example, I only want this tunnel to traverse links that are members of this administrative group, like the Platinum administrative group or the Bronze administrative group. You can assign a maximum delay. This is a very latency sensitive customer, so between ingress and egress nodes, if we can't have a path that's more than, let's say, 300 milliseconds in latency, right? And this all is part of the path computations that will be performed once you click add, right? This is how the explicit route objects will be calculated and then forwarded to VMX2 for signaling on the network using RSVP. There's some advanced options. If you want to make like a symmetric LSP, I want to make sure this LSP uses this diversity group. You can specify link level and site level, diversity. So you have to have redundant paths for LSPs. It supports network slicing, so this can be part of a particular network node slice. Let's look at some more. It's kind of fun. The default again is it will dynamically figure out based on the IGP metric shortest path between VMX2 and VMX1, but you can specify loose hop routing, strict hop routing. You can specify hop by hop by hop how you want this tunnel to be provisioned. I'm going to keep it simple. Just dynamically figure this out for me, and you can schedule this LSP. By default, when I say add, this LSP will be provisioned, but I can say, I only need this LSP on the weekends or just during certain hours, or it's a one-time event. So it's very flexible in the capabilities, very powerful. So let's add this new LSP. Refresh my network info. Here's our Learning Bytes LSP, and that just so happens to be the path that was computed that met all the constraints that we define when we provision this label switch path. So I just wanted to provide you a little bit of visibility and a little bit of overview about Paragon Pathfinder. To learn more about Paragon Pathfinder, Juniper Network's Education Services Department has a Juniper Paragon Automation in the WAN, JPAW, JPAW course, 4 days. It introduces multiple Paragon automation applications, including Paragon Pathfinder, Paragon Planner, and Paragon Insight, hands-on labs with all of those components. View the schedule for this course at learningportal.juniper.net. In this Learning Byte, we examined Paragon Pathfinder. Thank you very much.
Visit the Juniper Education Services website to learn more about courses. View our full range of classroom, online, and e-learning courses. Learning paths, industry segment and technology-specific training paths. Juniper Network's certification program, the ultimate demonstration of your competence. And the training community, from forums to social media. Join the discussion.